Ooh, baby, we got Oppenheimer to talk about, Christopher Nolan's newest film, and you'll know where it ranks in my final thoughts. I do want to kind of put a disclaimer on this because I'm no scientist, and I'm certainly not going to try and explain the ins and outs of all the science mumbo jumbo. I'm not even going to try. I'm going to hit on two big things in this review, really: how the movie comes together with the pacing, the score, and just my overall thoughts, then also give huge props to the phenomenal cast of the movie because they were perfect. Let's just start talking about the movie itself. I was kind of worried, to be honest with you, about the 3 hours of science mumbo jumbo that I'd fall asleep, but it's quite the opposite. This movie is a thrilling ride bolstered by the performances I'll talk about later that engages you in the history of this major event. But the score on this movie is lights out. The cast is great, and their performances carry the movie, but the score fuels them. There's moments in this movie where everything is still, and then the score just rolls through your body, specifically during the Trinity test. I was perked up in my seat, heart pounding during that scene, and it's so visually stunning on top of that. Hopping back to my concern of the runtime, though, it was put away by the pacing. The first hour flies by, even though it's a lot of dialogue, it doesn't matter. And then, like I said there, the first hour flies by, the second hour is vividly intriguing, and the third hour is both fascinating and goes by pretty fast. Alright, time for me to gush about the cast. Let's start with Matt Damon. I heard the chatter that he was miscast, he didn't fit the role, all of that. I don't know what those people were on, but he's great. Plain and simple. It's all you gotta say. Matt Damon showed up, and he was great. Then there's a surprise star of the show, Emily Blunt. I almost didn't recognize her here, but man, she was amazing. There's a scene in the third act where she lights up these douchebags, and it left the biggest grin on my face. She was great. Then you get the antagonist of the movie, Robert Downey Jr., who, like many of you, I assume, I can only see as Iron Man, but he was brilliant in this. He's charming as always through the first two acts, but then when the script flips on him, he delivers one of the most masterful performances he ever has, and I do agree with him. This is his best, and it's not a Nolan movie without Cillian Murphy being fantastic in it. He had to do a lot here, and he delivers, but in a fascinating way. It's a very visual performance from him, like eye acting and physical movements, and it was very impressive. Finally, some minor roles that I don't really have much to say about, but all three of them are great when they were on the screen, and that's Alden Ehrenreich, Josh Peck, and Jack Quaid. Three guys I'm very glad popped up in this movie. And that's going to do it for my review of Oppenheimer. I really enjoyed this movie, folks, and I'm going to say it. This is Christopher Nolan's best movie, and I feel good about that. I'm not someone who praises him at every turn. I bash his Batman trilogy a lot, and some of the movies he makes can really put me to sleep. But this one was great. But as always, I want to know what you thought about the movie, so let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate it greatly if you subscribe to the channel to show some support, and make sure you have a great day.